Welcome to the Mulligan Menace. Today we are playing a Michelangelo Weirdness to 11 deck. It's going to be a mono green deck focused around putting +1/+1 counters on creatures. The new card, Michelangelo, 2 casting cost, legendary creature. It's a 1/1, but when it enters, it creates a mutagen token. And if one or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, that many +1/+1 counters are put on it instead. Just grows things a lot quicker than expected. And then the mutagen token, if you sack it, you pay 1 to sacrifice the token and put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. So obviously we're building it, or have a deck built around that with a lot of the creatures you're going to see. We got ramp to start out. We got Gene Pollinator. We have 4 of Elves. We do have 4 of the Badgermole. 4 of the Bristly Bill. This is one of the cards that is built around working with the Michelangelo. So anytime you drop a land, you're going to be able to put 2 +1/+1 counters basically on a creature. We have 2 Frog Butlers as well to just help with ramp. Obviously the 4 Michelangelos. We have 4 of the Weavers. Nature's Rhythm, just to find the cards you're trying, or creatures that you're trying to find. Same thing with Formidable Speaker, allows you to find creatures, throw away those extra mana creatures when you don't need them, or throw away those extra lands you don't need. Ouroboroid, that is going to be the big combo that you're looking for, Michelangelo and Ouroboroid. If you have a Michelangelo in play, Ouroboroid naturally gets 2 counters on it. And the neat thing about it is then it also duplicates for the rest of the creatures. So you're going to just see things grow really fast by having Michelangelo and Ouroboroid out at the same time. Obviously, you can search for those with Formidable and Nature's Rhythm to get that combo going. And if you happen to have a crazy amount of mana, we also have a couple Craterhoof Behemoths, just close out the games really quick with that. But also remember, anytime you're triggering Earthbend off of your land, that also works really well, and you can create a 3/3 creature all by itself. You're going to see actually in one of the games where I'm just pumping out 3/3 creatures every single turn with one of these lands, and the opponent just can't handle it. And I'm able to win just by doing that alone with that and Michelangelo. So it's really kind of cool combo that you have with that. But if you could, subscribe to the channel, daily deck videos. We're playing a lot of the new turtle cards, and we want to feature them in a lot of the videos this week and going forward. So definitely check out the channel. And let's get into the gameplay. All right, this is a pretty good hand with the Ouroboroid and the Pollinator into Badgermole. We'll keep it. Hopefully they don't have a Hex or anything that can remove our Pollinator. Well, they could have a Hex. Tactics. They'll get rid of probably Ouroboroid. Yep. Well, we'll be able to get our 2 Badgermoles out. Basically have unlimited mana for what we need here. We'll have 7 mana next turn. Nope. Hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 mana. Alright, never mind. Not as much. That's okay. We're not getting any counters on anything, unfortunately. Well, I guess we will with this. Let's do this. Get this down. We can tap for green. Tap that one. We could Earthbend. Maybe that's what we do. And then we can trigger this and put a counter here. Get 4 and attack in for 4. That was a pretty good turn. So they're playing the graveyard deck. They're going to try bouncing one of our things. It's kind of handy. They can actually bounce land. All right, GG's. All right, we go first in this one. We are a touch slower, but we do go first. Let's try it. Hopefully they don't have removal to start things out. I don't think our Badgermole cub's very long for this world, unfortunately. I might just do the Weaver, because if we can get the Weaver down and we draw a land, turn 3, okay. That means turn 3, we'll be able to do the Boroid and the Cub. I guess we wouldn't be able to do both, would we? X, okay. Well, we knew something was going to happen there. See if he gets rid of the Cub right away. We're going to be facing a lot of removal here, which is what they have to do to try to beat this deck. But the thing to remember is the more removal they use now, the less they have for our really good cards. See what we draw here. Might change what we do. Bristly Bill. Oh shoot, I meant to drop the Bristly Bill to drop the land. So that was a mistake. Let's go for a Badgermole Cub here. This can make a strong Ouroboroid next turn. Okay. Still not bad for a Boroid next turn. But I wish I would have rather done Bristly Bill into land drop. He could have killed the Bristly Bill, which would have been fine because we had a secondary one. He Caveroed the Mind Bitten. Okay. I guess they didn't have a whole lot going on. So let's go for the Boroid, and then try going to town. It's unfortunate we can't do both. No attacks. We're really hoping to hold on to this Boroid. Another one, so they're going to grab our another Badgermole Cub. I'm going to ramp it out a little. If we get a land, we could put a Michelangelo down. But that still might not work very good. So they stopped on our upkeep. Really? I suppose he comes back tapped. It's interesting. Plus, I couldn't get the Bristly Bill down, unfortunately. It's got 2 mana. What are you going to do with it? Badgermole? do this. We'll cast this. GG's. All right, opponent goes first here. We do have the Frog Butler, Bristly Bill. Let's keep it. Did find the Michelangelo, which is nice. I'd like to find a 1-drop here. Ooh, they're playing the Wold Wagon. Let's get this down. We can do Michelangelo next turn. Just get the 1 in. I gotta get 4 for crewing that. I'm guessing they're gonna be able to. Yeah. No, that won't do it yet. They'll be able to double play that. So they could sack it and it'll come back. Okay, we want to get... Michelangelo down. +1 counter there. Now it turns into a 4/4. They don't have enough to crew this, so we'll be able to attack in through this. Kind of want to just cast a creature, preferably the Frog Butler. We can just pay for that. Now we have a way to kill this. We'll attack in. Yep. Just don't want him to do the double power trick. Sapling Nursery is not fun for us. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. They keep getting their table passage, which is a bummer. Okay. We're going to have to Boroid next turn to even have a shot at this. 1, 2. I guess we can't Rhythm for Boroid yet, can we? Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we can. Well, unfortunately, we got to kill that thing. So we're not going to be able to Boroid next turn. It has Trample, which is unfortunate. We'll make him big. 1, 2, 3. We can't get there, can we? We can double the counters. We can get a Badgermole cub. I don't think that does it either. What else is in our deck? We can get another Frog Butler. Yeah, we just never could get our Ouroboroid down early enough. I think that's the limiting factor in this one. No attacks, end turn. See what they do. Second nursery. Hopefully they don't have a land. If they got a land, then we're just kind of really hosed. Okay, they're gonna create it. They're going to Earthbend, I think. Oh, they have something. Okay. GG's. GG. All right. We can do early elf into a speaker. I guess we need something to discard. We could always discard the Crater Hoof, I suppose. Because then we can get our Ouroboroid. Well, that's pretty good too. I don't like that he has something that he can do. I'm gonna hold that. Yep. I didn't want him to kill our elf. Okay, we can get our Boroid down next turn. We very well could just counter it. Is he gonna sneak something in? I almost hope they do, just so the coast is clear for the Boroid. Really thinking this one out. What are you going to do here? Well, we'll pause this for a second, waiting for him to go. All right, looks like we got our Roper. Yeah, you're going to expect that with playing decks like this. We'll take this time while we're watching him rope. Just remind you to subscribe to the channel. Got daily deck videos. Play a lot of black decks as well as just a lot of the new cards as well. Trying out a Michelangelo card in this deck. Seeing how that works out. Okay, they dealt the damage. Let's go. We can get our land down. Guess we'll try it, right? Back in. That just kind of seals the deal, I think. So if you're playing against this deck, just to talk about it, you want to have some early removal. That's really the key to this deck. So anything that you can get them to slow down getting to Boroid. So you want to stop them from having 4 mana available. Heck, you want to stop them from having 3 mana available if possible. By getting rid of their Elves or their Badgermole Cubs early on is very important. If you're playing blue, a good card is like Bounce Effect. You can actually bounce a forest to their hand if they have a trigger on it from Badgermole Cub, which not only stops them from duplicating the mana, but it also stops or actually reduces the amount of land that they have. So good way to try to go at this deck. GG's. All right, we'll go for this one. We can do a turn to Pollinator and Michelangelo, which will be good to follow up with Ouroboroid if we're able to. Unfortunately, I think we're going to be racing here. Do that. Kind of a similar thing going on here. I think I want to go with this, then Michelangelo. That way we can go into the Ouroboroid next turn and then put a duplicate or put additional counters on it as well. Okay. We're going to let them get in with 7 damage. No blocks or 6 damage, I guess. Yeah, we even drew in Ouroboroid? That's nasty. Let's see here. We can do this. We do this. I do want to crack that mutagen token. We gotta go this route. It's unfortunate because we don't have a ton of blockers for this turn. But next turn is going to be pretty vicious. Ooh, this is going to get big. Okay, 24. $52. That one's not that great. We attack in here. He'll kill 1. He can block 2. Neither of these have enough to kill. If he gets a land, we're in trouble. That's the only problem here. Only attacking with 3. He has to block at least... He has to block them all. Which still will leave him with 2 creatures. We'll just do a no block. Hope he doesn't hit a land. Oh, jeez. Not just a land, a double land. GG's. Alright, we'll keep this one. Pretty good amount of ramp going on. Don't see a Michelangelo, but hopefully we'll find it. Especially with combos really well with the Bristly Bill. He's got his own Badgermole. Oh, that's pretty good. Too bad we didn't have an additional land, huh? We just get that down. I guess clear our hand, right? GG's. Alright. Opponent goes first. We will keep this one. It's weird because it's not super fast, but it has a lot of... Oh, that's fine. Didn't hit a single thing. Pollinator down. I think we just get the bill down. Okay, what is he going to go after? Doesn't really matter too much what he goes after. Bill, yeah. We want to get that one down. We'll attack in. We're in really good shape here. We can get 2 creatures down next turn. They'll probably do some more hand destruction here. Alright, do we just... do land? Maybe just land... Land Weaver. Let's do Land Butler. Nature's Rhythm. We do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's a little unfortunate. Question is, do we think he has more removal in his hand? Do this. Get a little cheeky here. And try to get him to go after Michelangelo, maybe? Okay. We didn't get our land we needed. They got something with instant speed. He's got to have removal, I'm guessing. They're going to get us to discard this, unfortunately. We probably should have went for the Badgermole. Because if we just get forced to discard this, it's kind of unfortunate. If we would have done Badgermole, I guess... Yeah, we could have done Badgermole, then even cast the Weaver as well. That was definitely a misplay. We'll attack him. Well, he's going to kill our Pollinator. That was bad. That was just bad all around. At least we can do this for 4. That even untaps them. Ouroboroid. Back in. He can flash in another Sneakling if he wants. He's down to 1 card, which is nice. That's the issue with the discard deck, is if you can't get card draw, you're just in trouble. Okay, he has to get rid of the Ouroboroid. He doesn't. Well, let's just get another Ouroboroid. I don't think we need to. Or, hold on here. Cancel. We're 1 short, aren't we? Yeah, I guess we're going to have to do that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. And they untap. Another one. Back in. He'll block at least. Well, he has to block both of them. So the only card that can help him is a complete sweep. And then we're top decking at that point. GG's. All right, let's take it. We're going to have a lot of mana available to us. Just need to find something to sink all this mana into. We'll have 8 mana next turn. Moon Shadow. Can't really even attack into that because they can just... Okay. Well, that's not very good. We can discard a land, okay. You discard a card if you do search your library for another card. Okay. Well, I think we... do that. Do that. We'll discard here. Crater Hoof's pretty good. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They can turn us off on that, so let's just do this. This also allows us to attack in right now. That's a tasty enough block for him to do it. Yeah, Grangaran ain't gonna matter too much here. Go ahead, discard. Yeah, I suppose. That would have been nice with Crater Hoof now, right? Has to block. It's probably going to just block the Speaker. Or the Weaver. Doesn't matter, he's dead no matter what. Can only block one. The real question is Christopher going to rope us? Your guess now. No. Good job, Christopher. GG. All right, we go first again. I like seeing Michelangelo. Let's keep it. I don't know if we're going to throw this out right away, especially if we can do a Pollinator into a Weaver. I guess we'll see. They did go down to 6, which is nice for us. Black. Beaver. Okay, they're going to be doing some sneaking. I guess we just get this down and attack in. Nice thing is we can even block the Beaver. Kind of ruins their game plan of sneaking. don't want him to flash anything in. Okay, consult the stars. Do I want to trigger this? Do that and attack in. Start doing some damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we're still a little bit away from getting that. You know what? Let's do it. We'll keep this up as a blocker for the beavers. Well, this just turned it. Let's do green. Tap that. Earthbend. There's another consult. They're really searching for stuff here. Okay, we'll attack here. Badgermole would actually be kind of interesting, because then I could get the crater hoof down. We'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Kind of like doing this because if they do a destroy all, they just go back as lands. He finally blocked. Next turn, we can just attack all out and win the game. Doesn't have a sweep necessarily, because he doesn't have 5 land yet. Is this a mill deck? With the Restless Reef? Okay. Well, he's just dead. GG's. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll try this. Hopefully we get some more ramp to get the Boroid. We're going to have a rough time, I think, with the blue. Yeah, they're keeping counters up. Well, they got the elf. We can get our Boroid down. I thought we could. Here we go. You gonna bounce it? No. This is interesting. Blue, green, black. And he has Ironside or Iron Shield Elf. Let's see if he taps here so that we can cast another Boroid. Should be kind of sick. Okay. He's gonna try killing the Boroid. Yep. He ditched an Ardent. Well, that's not good for us. Get another Boroid down. We need this one to survive. 4, 5 mana. No attacks. Oh, that's a bummer. Yeah, that kind of turned the corner. We weren't aggressive enough in our creatures. blocks. Another crater hoof. That's not good. I mean, the funny thing is we can cast a crater hoof next turn. In that case, let's just attack in. Do you have a hex? We gotta tap out to do it, but it also, we can untap our Weaver. Well, this is kind of interesting now. 3, so that's 8. This is a 5/5. Are we 1 away from winning? Okay, you get X, where X is the number of creatures you control. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. We can do this for a Badgermole cub for 4. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that only leaves the 1 behind. Well, let's do this. They'll have trample. Doesn't have Bringer in his yard. Oh, he does have Bringer in his yard. I guess he just wanted out. GG's. I was doing the math on the last one. I think we could have done 2 more damage if we would have went for the Badgermole cub play, because we would have had additional... Oh no, we could have done 4 more damage, because we would have had additional 2 creatures, and we would have actually took him down to 1 life. Still would have ended up dying, but we could have got closer if we would have searched for, or Nature's Rhythm for the Badgermole cub before casting the other creature. But yeah, kind of interesting. Opponent goes first. Let's keep it. We'll see what happens. I think we go for Frog Butler first. Nature's Talent. What do we get rid of? This is probably going to go for a Badgermole cub. Let's just do Frog Butler. We're going to go for a Badgermole cub next turn. We'll get rid of one of the Michelangelos if he has another discard effect. That's a bummer. Does he have a discard too? He does. Well, they're definitely slowing us down. I think we leave that. Unless we want to put it on this just to make it... Let's do that to make it a juicier target for removal. That gives us a chance to drop Ouroboroid. We weren't putting it on Ouroboroid next turn anyways, so... Future Trail, okay. Level 2. Hoping they don't have a second strategic in this situation. Bitter. I think we just go for Badgermole cub, right? Let me see here. You know what? We're actually going to do... We're going to go for a speaker. Because if it stays... You can discard that. We'll get a Boroid. This is basically saying they have to have removal, which if they have a land... Okay, now they can cast Ruthless. When I say removal, I meant discard. Ruthless is probably their best play right here. Oh, Hostile works too. Now this costs quite a bit more. Can hold off. What do we want to do here? Should have waited to drop. Only get really a Badgermole cub with this right now. Bristly Bill we can get. Let's do it. Badgermole cub. Ooh, we can actually go... Hold on here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I always forget to harmonize. Ouroboroid down. Start growing our creatures. Just hoping this last card's not removal. They can turn this on to start drawing cards as well. Okay, Slasher. That's a pretty good one because it can block Speaker. We need the land cards so we can start making some stuff. Okay, we're going to take that. Okay, we take 2 here. That's actually not the worst. No attack. This gives us a decent amount of blockers here. Oh, that's a heartbreaker. Get the small one. Turn that on. Is he gonna attack in? He probably will attack with the Slasher, but I'm not sure. All right, so this brings us down. 10 will be down to 5, and then we'll die, or we'll take 2 more from this. I think we unfortunately have to block this. Well, that's pretty solid. Gives us 2 creatures in 1. Attacking with both of those. This is going to be tough for them. If they have removal, we're just dead next turn. See what they drew. If it's removal, we're hosed because they can... Do they have enough to turn this on and do removal? Yes, they do. Okay. going to block. Okay, they're not attacking in. We're going to drop that so we can get the Boroid stuff down. Is he going to kill the Boroid? He's got something instant speed. Just not sure what. That's a sorcery. Okay, that triggers. We're attacking in. What do you got? What's your trick? Come on. Are they going to rope us? Is Atomic Laser a roper? No, he's not. All right. GG's. Well, Michelangelo. I really like the theming of this card. I think it fits really well in a deck like this. Just a lot of the +1/+1 counters. I think we could have leaned in even heavier. Maybe even add a set or a fourth land here for creating Earthbend. There's a lot of different things you can do with this deck and directions you can go with it. You don't necessarily have to do the Badgermole Cub, but obviously you can see how well it just pumps out a lot of mana fast to do a lot of different triggers. Also works really well anytime you Earthbend with Michelangelo. Definitely is a pretty cool thing. We didn't see a ton of use with Frog Butler. Obviously, it worked as just its normal creating mana, but definitely can be helpful for being able to do that reach and finding creatures. We just never faced a deck that we had to do any of that stuff with. But all in all, really fun deck to play. Enjoyed it. If you like playing green or mono green at all, definitely give this one a whirl. Make sure you're playing Michelangelo because, man, he is fun to play with. Love creating those mutagen tokens. If you could, subscribe to the channel. Daily deck videos. We're playing a lot of the new cards from the TMNT set. So if you want to see us play more and more of these cards, subscribe to the channel and have a fantastic day.